It was 11:45 p.m. on March 15, 2025, in Elon Musk's sprawling Los Angeles office, a glass-walled penthouse atop Tesla's headquarters. The city glittered below, a mosaic of lights stretching to the horizon, but inside, the room was a chaos of controlled genius. Papers covered his desk, blueprints for a Mars rover, Neuralink schematics, a scribbled note about Hyperloop efficiency. 3 monitors glowed with code, graphs, and a live feed of a Starship test in Texas. A half-empty can of Monster Energy sat beside a chipped mug, reading, "Sleep is for amateurs." Elon's fingers flew across a mechanical keyboard, his eyes locked on lines of Python for a Tesla AI patch. The hum of cooling fans and the occasional clink of his stylus against a tablet were the only sounds piercing the late-night silence. He thrived in these hours. The world slowed, distractions faded, and his mind, always racing, found clarity. Tonight, though, nostalgia had crept in. Earlier, he'd pulled an old SpaceX archive from 2002, a digital time capsule from the company's scrappy beginnings. He'd been tweaking a thruster simulation, cross-referencing it with that ancient code, when an alert flashed, "Anomaly detected. File, readme am.txt." Elon frowned. The file was buried in a repository only his original team could have touched. No one else had credentials back then, not even the interns. Curiosity tugged at him, sharper than fatigue. He clicked. The screen filled with plain text. "Mr. Musk, you don't know me, but I've fixed something you'll need. Check the thruster calibration subroutine, line 472. It's off by 0.03 radians. Disaster waiting. A friend from the shadows." Below, an Eski rocket blinked, crude, charmingly retro. Elon's breath caught. He scrolled to the subroutine in the 2002 code. There it was, a bug fix, subtle but critical, time-stamped March 1st, 2002. He remembered that week. A Falcon prototype had nearly exploded on a test stand. This tweak had saved it, maybe saved SpaceX. But he'd never written it. Nor had his core team, Kimball, Gwynn, Chris. They'd chalked it up to a late-night miracle, a collective hunch. Who was this friend from the shadows? His private phone buzzed on the desk, a sleek, custom device, its number known only to family and top execs. The screen read, "Unknown. Impossible." His security system, built by XAI, flagged every caller, even spoofed ones. He stared as it buzzed again, then a text popped up. "Like the note? Meet me. 2314 Hawthorne Street, midnight. Come alone. Time's ticking." Elon's pulse quickened. He should call Dominic, his security chief. Protocol demanded it. Strange messages, untraceable origins. These were red flags in his world of rivals, hackers, and tabloid vultures. But this wasn't a threat. It was a hook, bait tied to his past. He tapped the phone, tracing the signal. Nothing. A ghost. Against every rational instinct, he stood, swapped his Tesla hoodie for a plain grey jacket, and grabbed a baseball cap from a drawer of incognito gear. Dominic would lose it. "Sir, unscheduled outings are a liability." But the pull was too strong. This wasn't about money or blackmail. It was personal, rooted in SpaceX's DNA. He slipped out a private elevator, bypassing the night guard, and climbed into a matte black Tesla Model S waiting in the garage. The address was in Hawthorne, 20 minutes away, SpaceX's birthplace. As the car hummed onto the freeway, Elon's mind raced. Who had access in 2002? Who knew him well enough to bypass his defenses now? The streets grew quieter as he left downtown LA, the skyline shrinking in the rear view. Hawthorne unfolded, industrial lots, chain-link fences, the ghosts of aerospace dreams. At 11:59 p.m., he rolled up to 2314 Hawthorne Street, a low brick building, its faded sign reading Skyward Labs. One window glowed orange against the dark. He parked across the street, scanning for traps, cameras, loiterers, anything off. Nothing. just a handwritten note taped to the glass door. Elon Musk, inside. He exhaled, locked the car, and pushed the door open. A bell jingled faintly. The interior hit him like a time machine. A workshop sprawled before him. 3D printers whirred, soldering irons smoked, and tables overflowed with circuit boards, wires, and half-built drones. The air smelled of metal and ozone, a scent he knew from SpaceX's early days. A voice called from the back, gravelly but warm. "Over here." Elon wove through the clutter, past a wall of kid-drawn rockets to a cramped office. A man in his late 50s sat at a desk, grey hair wild, wearing a faded SpaceX hoodie from the 2000s. Beside him, a teenage girl, maybe 16, hunched over a drone, her dark braids falling over a workbench littered with tools. She didn't look up. "Mr. Musk," the man said, rising with a creak. "I'm Daniel Pierce. This is my granddaughter, Mia." The girl gave a curt nod, her fingers still twisting a servo. "You're here about the note." Elon crossed his arms, cap shadowing his eyes. "You wrote it? In 2002? Daniel shook his head, gesturing to a scratched metal box on the desk. "Number my sister did. Lydia Pierce. Contract coder. Night shift. Your first year at SpaceX. Invisible to you." Elon's brow furrowed. "I don't remember her." "You wouldn't," Daniel said, sliding the box closer. "She didn't want you to." Elon lifted the lid. Inside lay a stack of 3.5-inch floppy disks, yellowed with age, a Polaroid of a young woman, sharp-eyed, late 20s, at a clunky CRT monitor, and a handwritten letter on lined paper. "Lydia's stuff," Daniel said. "She passed last year, heart failure. Left this for you." Elon unfolded the letter, ink faded but legible, dated March 1st, 2002. "Mr. Musk, I fixed the thruster code tonight. You were pacing, cursing fuel ratios. I couldn't help overhearing through the wall. I'm no engineer, just a temp coder scraping by. But I see what you're building. It's bigger than me, bigger than us. I cashed my paycheck, $312, and bought 50 shares. If you make it, maybe my son will too. Lydia Pierce." "She invested?" Elon asked, voice low. Daniel nodded. "Every dime she could spare. Those shares funded Skyward Labs, our STEM mentorship for kids like Mia." He glanced at the girl, who now hovered her drone an inch off the table, its blades whirring silently. "Lydia heard you dream aloud. Mars, rockets, pushing limits. She wanted that for Jacob, her boy, my nephew. He had Asperger's, couldn't sit through school. She taught him code at home." Mia spoke, eyes on her drone. "Uncle Jacob taught me. He died 5 years ago. Car crash. This place is his dream too." Elon's phone buzzed. "Look outside." He crossed to a grimy window. In the lot, a dozen teens, some in hoodies, some in patched jeans, worked under floodlights on a rocket frame. It was rough, cobbled from scrap, but its fins gleamed with ambition. "Our students," Daniel said, joining him. "Low income, neurodiverse, kids' schools ditch. We're losing this building in 60 days. Developers want condos." Elon turned. "Who's texting me?" Mia smirked, waving a burner phone. "Me? Grandpa said it'd hook you." "Why me?" Elon pressed, cap tilting back. Daniel pulled a USB from the box. "Lydia left recordings, her thoughts, your rants she caught through thin walls. One's big." He plugged it into a laptop, its fan wheezing. Lydia's voice crackled, soft but firm. "March 3rd, 2003. Musk almost quit tonight. Heard him on the phone, investors pulled out, prototype blew. He said, 'I'm done.' I slipped a note under his door. Failures, just data. Keep going." Next day, he was back. Elon froze. That note, he'd found it crumpled on his desk, unsigned, a lifeline when SpaceX teetered on collapse. "That was her." "She saved you," Daniel said. "Now we're asking you to save this." Mia added, "Not cash, just a shot." Elon paced, boots scuffing the concrete floor. "This isn't just a workshop. It's a lab for misfits. He stopped. I'll buy the building, keep it yours, but I want more. Skyward Labs partners with SpaceX, mentors kids, tests prototypes. Lydia's vision grows. Daniel blinked. You'd do that? She bet on me, Elon said, clutching the letter. I'm betting on her. The clock hit 1:15 a.m. Daniel offered coffee, black, bitter, poured from a dented pot. Mia slouched in a chair, drone resting beside her. Lydia was 28 when she started at SpaceX, Daniel began, sipping his mug. Single mom, Jacob was 5. She'd taught herself BASIC on a thrift store Commodore, then C++ from library books. Couldn't afford college, worked nights to keep Jacob fed. Elon leaned against a workbench. How'd she end up with us? Temp agency, Daniel said. SpaceX was desperate. Low budget, big dreams. She coded patches, debugged scripts, all off the books. You'd stay late, she'd listen. Elon flipped through the floppies, labels scrawled in marker. Thruster fix 2002, redundancy patch 2003. She was good, he murmured. Damn good, Daniel agreed. But invisible. You'd storm in, ranting about trajectories. She'd mop floors, soaking it in. Said you reminded her of Jacob. Focused, relentless, different. Mia cut in. She wrote about you, called you the Rocket Man. Said if you could dream Mars, Jacob could dream anything. Elon's lips twitched, almost a smile. Rocket Man, huh? Daniel handed him the Polaroid. Lydia's eyes pierced through time, sharp, tired, alive. She logged everything, he said. Those disks. Her backups, fixes. She slipped into your builds, never took credit. Elon studied the photo, then the letter again. $312, all I had. For Jacob. He looked up. What happened to him? Daniel's face tightened. Grew up brilliant, autodidact, like her, built drones, won competitions, died at 24, hit by a drunk driver, left Mia with me. Mia's jaw clenched, but she stayed silent, tweaking her drone's prop. Elon's phone buzzed. Dominic. Sir, your tracker's static. Status? He typed back. Fine. Hawthorne, stand by. Daniel raised an eyebrow. Security? They hover, Elon said, pocketing the phone. Tell me about Skyward Labs. Daniel gestured to the workshop. Started 2010. Lydia cashed out some shares. SpaceX went big after Falcon 1. Bought this place, turned it into a haven for kids like Jacob. Neurodiverse, poor, overlooked. We teach coding, engineering, hands-on, no desks. Mia added, no tests. You build, you learn. Elon wandered the room, touching a half-finished quadcopter, a breadboard blinking LEDs. How many kids? 50 now, Daniel said. Hundreds over the years. Some code apps, some launch rockets. But the landlord sold out, condo vultures. We're done in 2 months. Elon's eyes narrowed. Who's buying? West Peak Realty, Mia said. Big shots. Don't care about us. He nodded, filing it away. Show me the recordings. Daniel booted the laptop again. A grainy MP3 played. Lydia's voice, younger, urgent. April 12th, 2002. Musk's pissed. Guidance system's lagging. I patched it last night. Left a floppy on his chair. Hope he finds it. Another. June 5th, 2002. He's muttering about heat shields. Drew a fix on a napkin. Slipped it in his trash. Invisible's my superpower. Elon's throat tightened. He remembered those fixes. Random discs, napkins with genius scribbles. She was everywhere, he muttered. The big one came last. March 3rd, 2003. Lydia's voice trembled. He's breaking. Investors bailed. Test failed. Heard him yell, it's over. Slid that note under his door. Barely slept, praying it'd work. Elon sat hard on a stool. That night, SpaceX's darkest, he'd found the note at dawn. Failure's just data. Keep going. It had dragged him back from the edge. She knew me, he said, voice rough. Better than I knew myself. Dawn crept closer. 3:30 a.m. The trio moved to the lot, coffee cooling in their hands. Teens still tinkered on the rocket, oblivious to the hour. A lanky boy, maybe 14, adjusted a fin, his focus laser-like, hands steady despite a visible tremor. "That's Carlos," Mia said. "Parkinson's. Schools said he'd never hack it. Built that guidance system." Elon watched, seeing echoes of his younger self, restless, driven, defiant. Daniel leaned on a crate. Lydia wanted this for Jacob, a place to belong. After he died, she poured everything into Skyward. Shares kept us afloat, rent, gear, scholarships. Elon sipped his coffee. "How much to run it yearly?" 200 grand, Daniel said. "Bare bones. We scrape by. Donations, grants. Not enough now." Mia kicked a pebble. "They'll bulldoze it. Kids'll scatter. Back to nowhere." Elon's phone lit up. Dominic again. "Sir, legal's on standby. Orders?" He ignored it, turning to Daniel. "Why not reach me sooner?" "Lydia forbade it," Daniel said. Pride. Said her investment was hers. No handouts. Only when she got sick did she relent. Told me to find you after she was gone. Mia added, "She left a letter for you, not mailed. Said you'd get it when the time was right." Elon took the USB, plugged it into his phone. A video loaded. Lydia, frail, in a hospital bed. 2024. "Elon, if you're seeing this, I'm gone. Skyward's dying too. Developers won. I fixed your code once. Bet on your dream. Now I'm betting you'll see ours. These kids, they're you. 20 years ago. Don't let them fade." The screen cut to black. Elon stared, silent, the weight of her words sinking in. He paced the lot, boots crunching gravel. "This isn't charity," he said finally. "It's potential, raw, untapped. I'll buy the building. Westpeak can choke on it. But Skyward's more than bricks. It's a pipeline." Daniel blinked. "Pipeline?" "To SpaceX," Elon said, energy surging. "Kids build here, test here. Best ones intern with us. Real projects, real stakes. Lydia's dream scales, national, global." Mia's eyes widened. "You're serious?" "Dead serious," Elon said. "She saved me once. I owe her." 6 months later, September 15th, 2025, Skyward Labs gleamed under a new sign, Lydia Pierce Innovation Hub. The brick stayed, but inside, fresh paint-coated walls, new PCs hummed, and a rocket simulator ran SpaceX-grade software. In the lot, a crowd gathered, kids, parents, press. Teens launched a sleek rocket, its arc slicing the sky. Mia, now 17, led a team in blue jumpsuits, her drone buzzing overhead. Elon stood with Daniel at a podium, cameras rolling. 23 years ago, Elon began, a coder I never met fixed my mistakes, bet on my vision. Her name was Lydia Pierce. Her investment built this, Skyward Labs, a launchpad for kids the world ignores. He gestured to the teens. Today, it's SpaceX's proving ground. Lydia's legacy flies. Applause erupted. A kid, Carlos, ran up, handing Elon a patch, a rocket with Lydia's crew stitched in silver. "Thanks, Mr. Musk," he said, voice shaky but proud. Elon knelt. "Thank her," Daniel whispered. "She'd hate the fuss." Elon grinned. "She'd get over it." As the rocket soared, Elon slipped Lydia's letter into his wallet. Beside that, 2003 note. 2 shadows, 1 spark, forever linked. Mind blown. Tell me below, what hit you hardest? Like if Lydia's story sparked you. Subscribe for more epic tales of unsung heroes.